Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jackie and Stephana here for another Facebook Live talking about some things that you need to do during the COVID-19 shutdown for your marriage and in your marriage.
Keeping us connected.
Keeping us connected. So we are joining you here live in Facebook in our Happily Married Couples Facebook group and on the page as well. And we're also joining you guys right here on IG Live in our Happily Married Couples IG profile. So glad to be reaching people on different platforms today. So let me get started on make sure we're good. I'm going to share a few things here. I'm going to share this feed, this live on our personal page. You're going to do that as well?
Yep. So y'all come on in. Got a couple minutes while we get set up and share.
Yeah. So we've been doing this for a full week now. We started our first one last Wednesday, every Wednesday at 5 o'clock since last Wednesday, which was like the 18th or something like that. We've been going live on here, and we just knew that couples were under pressure. Like us, couples are uncertain about what to expect and what's happening in these days. And anytime that happens in your marriage, it can cause havoc.
I heard somebody say what's already there can rise up. So
yep. So if you're having challenges in your marriage, that can just blow those up. If you are having underlying issues that have been brought to the surface, this is definitely going to put you in some circumstances where they can come to the surface. Or if you're just doing all right in your marriage or doing good in your marriage, you want to do better. This is a great time during this shutdown where we've got all this extra time because everything has been closed. Now we got a chance to really be intentional, do some of the things in our marriage, have some of the conversations in our marriage that we haven't had to have because we've been so doggone busy. So tonight or today, we're talking about 5 conversations that you must have in your marriage during this COVID-19 shutdown.
Let's do it.
You ready to go? Hold on, let's check.
I don't see the live feed though in Facebook, in the Facebook land.
Oh, you don't? Let me see. All right, let's double check. Yep, we're live right here now. So
let me. The page, but not in the group.
Yeah, it should be in the group too, but I'm going to share it just in case.
So while we are getting set up, how about you all comment, let us know where you're joining us from. Are you from the Indy area? Is this our crew from home? Or if you're joining us from some other place, please let us know where you're joining us from. I see Rob Gray on the Instagram.
What's up, Rob?
What's up, bro?
All right. Got some misspellings in here real quick. All right, cool. So we're going to talk about 5 conversations. I clap a lot. I just noticed that. I was watching the video the other day. When I get ready to get in and go in on the point, I'm clapping. That means get ready, y'all. It's going to go down. So I share this on my page. If you haven't done so already, make sure you, on Facebook especially, click that share and share that to your feed. So that way the couples that are sitting and could utilize this right now will get it as well. All right. And when it'll be up later. If you are joining us on the replay, this is people that didn't catch it live, replay folks, just type replay and let us know who you are. And at the end of this conversation, let us know which one you need to have right now. Because one of these conversations, you'd be like, man, we need to talk about that right this moment. We can't wait another minute. All right. So you got it shared?
Yep.
Good. Is it in the group?
I didn't post to the group, but you said you did, I thought.
All right. So if not, we'll share it later, but it's on the page. It's on our personal, It's on IG too. So what's up, IG fam? All right. So number 1, babe, you got number 1? What you got? I got number 1.
Yep.
All right. So first thing that you need to talk about while you're shut down, shut in. I know it's sunny outside. You're going to get outside today, but most of these days we've been stuck in here or very close to our home. Can't go to things that we normally do. So one thing that you want to talk about are your family values and your family mission. So we get going so hard, so fast, so busy, all the schedules, all the different life that sometimes we lose track of what our family values and what our family mission is, if we've ever even had that conversation. So to some of you, you might be like, that's brand new to me. You know, I've heard of a company or corporate values and company mission statement, but you're talking about your family. But I'm also talking about your marriage values and your marriage mission statement too.
Right. What we stand for in our marriage and our families.
Yep. So sit down together, take a few minutes and just really think and go, no idea is a bad idea to share what your thoughts are. It's like, here's something that is very, very important to me. I value this. And this is something that we need to have in our marriage. Hopefully you've had that conversation before, and now it should be just a revisiting it. and refreshing it and reminder. And maybe you can even post it somewhere if you haven't. So post it on your refrigerator, create some artwork, print something out, put it in a frame somewhere. So not only you guys are reminded every single day, but your kids are walking through your house and they see this like, man, this is what my mom and dad and their relationship is about. And this is what our family is about as well. So family values, mission statement, marriage values, and mission statement. That's talk number one that you need to have, that you must have during this COVID-19 shutdown.
It's good. Number two that we want to remember is think back to what you loved about your spouse. So maybe we talked about date nights in one of our previous sessions, and maybe this can be something that you can start the conversation with in a date night, what you loved about your spouse and what you still love about your spouse.
What you love about
I
me?
knew that question was coming. How about you tell me?
You chose that. You want to share that?
I loved about Jackie when I first met him that he was super confident is what I thought. I thought he was very confident and attractive. And what I love about him today is that he loves his family well.
So okay, I just want to make sure we're good to go. All right. Do I need to answer it too?
Sister, no, let's keep it moving.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want me? You don't want me to
I'm
answer?
good.
You're good. All right. All right. I gave her a chance to I'll share it later. I'll share it later. All right. So that was that number two?
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I do want y'all to do. I want to pause for a minute while we're kind of jokey about it, but serious too, is I want you, whether you're watching it on replay or whether you're watching it live, take a second, think about what you love about your spouse and put it in the comments. So brag on your spouse, encourage your spouse, love on your spouse in the comment section of this video right here.
That's good.
So, and tag them if they're not here.
That's right.
So tag them as like, I love at such and such, Mrs. or Mr. such and such, because, or this is what I really, really love about them.
That's good. Tag
them and then brag on them, and then y'all can have more conversation about it later tonight. All right. So that is the second point. The third one is, this one kind of goes back a little bit to it should stem or be birthed out of number one, which was family values and mission, marriage, mission, and values. What are your goals and dreams for your marriage? And then after you talk about your goals and dreams for your marriage, also have that same conversation about what are your goals and dreams for your family as a whole. And that might be where you bring the kids involved and kind of share some of the things that you have as a couple. And then say, okay, here, we want to help you guys and talk to you guys about what are some goals and dreams we have as a whole family. And then everybody come alongside and try to help each other reach their individual goals, family goals, marriage goals, and all that.
Good.
All right. So I want to share. Can I share one of ours?
Sure.
So one of our goals and dreams is already been accomplished. I guess that was one of our goals. I guess you can call it a goal, is that all of our family members would have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. And I think back to, it's on my Facebook somewhere, when our youngest, he's 10 years old now, and he was 5 or 6 right now, that he came to us and said that he wanted to get baptized and he wanted to have Jesus in his life. Mm-hmm. And so I remember that day when he told us that, and we took him up in church and we were like, oh my goodness, we're crying and stuff. And then I got the privilege of getting to baptize him. So for me, that was huge. It was like, all right, end of the day, anything happens to our family, we know where we're going once we leave this earth, and we're all going to be together in that sense. So that is a big one for us, is really make that a priority. That's a spiritual thing, and you can't control it. It's not like you can set step A, B, C, D to get there. But what you can do is cultivate a household of prayer, cultivate a household of reading and studying the Bible, finding out what God says as far as your directives and all these different things, and put your trust in Him. But expose them to things of God if you want them to have a relationship with God.
Amen.
All right.
Preach.
The
next one we want to talk about is calendars and schedules. So during this time that we have a slower pace and that we can sit back and actually talk about the schedule versus the schedule running us, look at it and decide what is necessary to put back into rhythm when things get back to normal, when we're not shut in anymore. I think that this allows us to take a step back from everything and just kind of put into perspective what is valuable to our family. Like Jackie talked about earlier, the mission and the values that we have as a family. Are these things in our calendar and our schedules serving those missions and values that we have as a family?
Yep. Yeah. And then what we also want you to do when you do that and you sit down, I think it's going to be a drastic, of course, there's going to be a drastic difference, but compare your pre-COVID-19 schedule with what it is right now. And then as you look post-COVID-19, think about, okay, what is really, really important? What has to be in here? What is non-negotiable that we're going to go back to this on our schedule, this in our lives, this as something that we want to continue to do versus the things that are not. And then I want to challenge you to be bold enough to say no to some of those things that don't line up. First, if they don't line up with your value or your mission, you got to cut them. Mm-hmm. You can't just keep doing them. If it doesn't, I also say if it's not serving your family and giving your family joy, if it's something that is a drudge or it's hard and it's like, man, I don't want to do this no more, and it's always a fight for it, that might be something you look at as well and say, okay, do we really want to continue to do this going forward? But at a minimum, compare front before where we are right now is completely empty pretty much, and then what do we want it to look like afterwards? I believe there is a complete shift happening right now with all this going on. And the shift is in the importance of the family and putting the family first, starting with your marriages first. That now we've got all this schedule and stuff cleared out. We've experienced life like we haven't in a while, where it's just slow down and we get a chance to choose what we want to do, choose the conversation we want to have, choose how we want to spend our time for the most part. Many of us, especially the emergency workers and the hospital workers, medical professionals, are still having a regular schedule, probably more so than others, but 90%, 80% of us are not in that profession. So how do you want to do it? Be intentional about it, be bold about it, have those conversations, and choose how your family will function going out of this. We have said this from the first time we came on last Wednesday, is we don't want to just, for our marriages, we don't want our marriages just to survive COVID-19. We want our marriages to thrive through COVID-19. And the way we came into it, we want to come out on the other side better than we went in. And so that's, I think, one of the big things that we can do is relook at that and just have some tough conversations and make some tough decisions. We got to do it.
Yeah, we really do.
Yep.
We got to not just communicate about this, but actually put it into action.
Yep. Follow that with action. All right. So what was that? Number 4? Mm-hmm. All right. Let me see who's in the chat real quick. I'm jump in there, see if anybody's in here live with us. You got it over there?
We got some people on Instagram, but I don't know.
Oh, what's up, Insta family? Welcome to the feed. This is the first time we're trying to go live on Facebook and live on IG, just trying to play around, have some fun with it. I'm glad you guys are here. If you're just joining us, make sure you let us know you're here. Tell us who you are, how long you've been married or something like that. And then also, they're losing something right there. All right, cool. Here's what we've covered so far for those people who are just joining in. We're talking about 5 conversations that you must have in your marriage during COVID-19 shutdown. All right, number 1 was to talk about your marriage value and mission, your family value and mission. Talk about what you loved about each other and what you love right now about your spouse. And number 3 is, what are your goals and dreams for your marriage, for your family, and then bring your kids into that conversation after you've had it as well. Find out what their goals and dreams are and help them kind of answer those questions. And then number 4, look at those calendars and those schedules prior to COVID-19 shutdown and what it's going to look like after. Make some tough decisions and make sure whatever is on that calendar afterwards lines up with your values and your mission. All right. Number 5, this should be an interesting one right here, is have this conversation, ask each other the question, how is COVID-19 going to change our family for the better? All right, so how is it going to change it for the better? So here we are, we're in the midst of it. We are going to come out of it, whether it is on the Easter date that our president said he's trying to bring it out, or whether it's 6 months from now. I don't know what it's going to be, but I do know that we're going to come out. And when we come out, how has this made us better? What lessons did we learn? What practices did we put into place? What conversations did we have? Mm-hmm. What did we change to come out of this thing better? And then I think that is going to point you back to your values and mission. That's going to point you back to your dreams and goals about what you love about each other as well. It's going to make you make those changes and be a little more intentional. But it is not, for you to show up, listen to us, spit what we're spitting at you, and then say, okay, great, that sounds good, but not do it. We got to do it. Mm-hmm. So that's what we want to encourage you guys, is to take action to do that. And all right, just checking in here. So let us know which one of these conversations that you need to have first. Which one do we need to have first?
Probably the calendars and schedules is probably most critical for us, because I believe if we work out that, then we make room for all of the other conversations to be an ongoing conversation.
I kind of want to talk about what we love about each other again.
You asked me what I wanted to talk about. That was the question. I didn't ask the question yet.
So the next question is, you need to say, what do we do if we don't want to talk about the same thing? You follow the list in order. Go right down the list in order. That's why we gave it to you with this strategic order. But no, these are going to be some good conversations that we want you guys to have. It's going to open some your eyes, but also you got to be real and transparent through it, especially when it comes to goals and dreams. Hopefully you've had those conversations before, and they line up now where you're going. But maybe when you came into marriage, they were completely opposite, and you had to get on one accord. Or maybe you've even got to a point in marriage where you feel like you're going in different directions. That is not a bad thing if you have a conversation about it, because then you can find out, okay, why do we feel like we're going in these different directions with our goals and our dreams and our aspirations? And those conversations can give you a better understanding of your spouse and give you some grounds to figure out, okay, how do we come together? And it's okay if she's got a goal and it's like, I'm not interested in that, but for you to come alongside her and support her is most important, even if it's not your goal per se. But really in marriage, her goal is your goal. His goal is your goal. All right. So operate on that, because the two became one. You are one in this union. All right. So here's what we got. We will be back. Today is Wednesday. I'm losing track of the days. We'll be back 2 more days this week. Thursday at 5, Friday at 5. Let us know what you want to hear from us. If you have something like, man, we're struggling with this COVID shutdown has got us doing this, or it's got us in this situation. We want to talk about it. And also, please share this with your friends, your couples that you know about. Hit that share button, share the page. Make sure you join the group. We are having more conversations in our group at Happily Married Couples on Facebook.
Having fun in there too.
Yep, having some good stuff. Couples are engaged. Back and forth conversations, sharing some fun pictures and fun stories and things like that. So join us. But we're excited to share what God has put on our heart, share our experience, and kind of share some mess ups and some challenges and stuff too, huh?
Yeah.
Good to go?
Good to go.
All right. So join us tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We'll see you guys. Praying for your marriages. We're rooting for your marriages. And don't let this shutdown leave you shut down.
See you tomorrow at 5.
See you guys. Bye.